Hey guys, welcome to the Athfix. Today we are going to discuss about the basics of hardware and the programming. Why to learn about hardware when we have programming? Whenever we say the word programming, it means we are giving instruction to a particular machine, and this machine is hardware. And very basic level of a programming is an hardware because in early 1960, whenever programmers used to give the instruction, they used to give the instruction in the format of batches, and these are normally the hardwares. And whenever we are talking about an hardware, it particularly deals with the electronics things like semiconductors and the electricity. Well, I will discuss about why we use semiconductors in the electronics. First of all, whenever we are talking about any of the electronic things, it normally deals with the mobile and tablet, desktop, smartphones, smartwatches, and many of the things. And one thing is common among them. The thing is that they have IC, the integrated circuit. Integrated circuit is like a brain of those particular electronic things. And this IC is a thing which take the instructions from the programmer and performs a particular task. And this integrated circuit has a smaller units termed as a transistor. These are smallest working units, and these will take the information in a format of 1 and 0. 1 means switch on and 0 means switch off. Yes, its work is to switch on and switch off, and it does not do any higher things than that. And whenever we are talking about a transistor is a semiconductor. Means its conductivity lie between a conductor and an insulator. Whenever we give a current, we can able to control the current, and we can able to pass the current. Means we can able to stop the current through it, and we can able to pass the current through it. And because of which we can able to design such a large circuits. And the instruction which we give to the machine are in the format of zeros and one. Means whenever you write anything, it is read by the machine in the format of 0 and 1. For example, whenever you give the value decimal value of 2 into the machine will take up that value in a format of 10. Whenever we give the instructions in a format of 3, it is going to take that value in the format of 1 1. 4 in the format of 1 double 0, and 5101 6110, and it is going to take the values in that format because machine is unable to read a decimal number like a decimal number itself. It is going to process that number in the format of binary. Binary means this 1 and 0. 1 means switch on and 0 means switch off. And the whole electronic things or the programming deals with this only. We are going to give instructions in the format of how the human beings can able to read, and machines will take up those all things in the format of how machines can read. Machines read that in the format of 0 and 1, therefore they are going to take the value as 0 and 1 only. And whenever we are talking about the machine language, as I discussed, machine language is going to take up the value in a format of 1 0 0 1 0 1. Means switch on, switch off, switch off, switch off. It is going to take the values in that format. And whenever we are talking about a programming language is kind of user friendly as well as a machine friendly. Example is displayed on the presentation. Here we have the two. Here we have the 2, and 2 value is getting converted into 10, which is a machine language. And whenever we give 3, it is converted into 1 1. And whenever we add 2 plus 3, it is going to add 10 plus 1 1. Here 0 and 1 become 1, and 1 and 1 become 2, and 2 is itself 10. Therefore we have added 101, and 101 instead it is a 5 in the uh, normal format, decimal format, which other human beings can able to read. And in the programming, we give the values in a format of x equal to 2, and y equal to 3, and we say z equal to x plus 3. And whenever we say console.log or print z, it is going to give us the value as a 5. And this is how we get the values from in the format of programming. And whenever we write x equal to 2, the machine is going to take the value as 10. Y equal to 3, it is going to take as a 11. And whenever we are saying z equal to x plus y, it is going to take it as 1 0 plus 1 1. It is going to give us a 101, and we are going to get the 5. And this is the difference between the machine language and programming language. Because the machine language is very complicated and we cannot able to give the values in a format of 1011. uh, the programming is designed by the computer scientist. And next, we have the programming levels. As I discussed, the lowest level of programming is the hardware. Well, hardware is set of electronics which contains the transistors. Transistors are the logical units which have the values of 1 0, and on the basis of that they are going to design, mean specifically designed. Then comes the machine language. As I discussed, every machine, wherever it is electronic only, it is going to take the values in a format of 1 0. 1 means switch on, 0 means switch off. And this 1 and 0, 0 and 1, these are all termed as a machine language. Here, machine language is not a readable thing for the human beings because it is very complicated thing. Therefore, the computer scientists have, over the decades, they have developed something, some language which human beings can able to read, and machines can able to compile in the sense it converts it into one, in the format of 1 0, and get a result and give the result back to the programmer. And that is the assembly language. Well, assembly language are particularly designed for the purpose of processors, the CPU, which are heard of. These are all designed with the assembly language, because your CPU is designed particularly with assembly language, because assembly language will not learn on, means will not work on the different processor. Because if you have designed a assembly language for i3 processor, the same language or the same program will not work on the i5 processor. This becomes complicated, because the every computer is different. One want a computer with a higher, means higher performance, and one want with a lower performance. And this becomes very complicated, because some assembly programs run on one computer will not work on another computer. Therefore, they have, means computer scientists have developed it further, and brought the high level language. What is high level language? Language is human readable, means we can able to read that. And it is platform independent, means you can able to run it in normal desktop, or you can able to run that also in mobile, and you can able to run that in tablet also, and you can run it on virtual machines also. And high level languages are readable. Therefore, they have developed it in such a format that humans can able to read that. It is platform independent, and they are able to create such. And those are C++, Pascal, Java, and Basic. In fact, whenever we are saying about a C is a powerful language, because many of the higher versions of a language like Python and JavaScript, these interpreters means the one which converts the programming language into the machine and give the value in the format of human beings, means the human beings can able to read that. Those are terms, and termed as interpreters, means they are going to take the value and giving the output. Those are interpreters. And Python is the very easiest language to learn, and it is used for very complicated processes because it is very easy. And that Python interpreter is designed with the C programming. In fact, the Windows operating system which you are working on is also designed with this C programming only. And Windows, Mac OS, and Chrome OS, and Linux. And in fact, many of the things are developed with the C. And well, C is not that high, because it doesn't support the object oriented. Here we have the object oriented. What is object oriented? If you have ever heard of any of the forms, login, sign up, these all things, they are going to get your value, like you are going to add your name, username, password, or you are going to give your name, username, and registration forms, something like that. Whenever you give the data, their data is going to be saved in a particular thing. And those languages which can able to access those value and manipulate those all things are termed as object oriented value, means programming. Like whenever you add the username, they are going to take that username, and they are going to manipulate that username. And whenever you log in into a different machine, they are going to use the same value through the programming, and they are going to check that. And this is what the object oriented means. These are dealing with the normal objects, the objects which are real in life, like your name and the table which are going to add or anything. These are the things which are going to deal with the objects. And this oriented programming deals with that. Then after that we have the natural language. And natural language, whenever we are talking about a natural language is just like Alexa machine. We have heard of a Google Assistant and Alexa. They are going to take up the values in the format of normal language which we talk. They are going to take that value and they are going to give the output. And these machines use the natural language which is then related to the AI, which is developed by the Python. And this is how the programming levels are divided. And every programming level is important only, as it is going to decide the future programming language, because the hardware is going to decide what might be the machine language. And machine language is going to predict what is assembly, and assembly is going to predict what is high level. And on the basis of high level we are able to get the object oriented and the further language. And this is all about the hardware and the programming. And the transistor which I am talking about, it is a very revolutionary thing in the 1950s and 60s, because many of the big machines, because computers are of whole home size, means they are of a tater size, they are compressed into small thin machines because of these transistors. In fact, the first persons to make those big and non-user friendly computers into a user friendly small one is Steve Jobs, who is from Apple, who had also termed as the father of a digital revolution. And this is all about the hardware and the programming. Thank you.